Hey guys, so welcome to another update. I thought since I had the house to myself for a little bit, I would go ahead and update you guys on what's been going on. I am 29 weeks and 4 days today, and I just wanted to go ahead and update you on week 28, maybe a little bit on week 27 as well, and we'll go from there. Sorry if I seem like I'm out of breath. That has been kind of a theme for this week. I've still had doctor's appointments every week. Still looking good, still getting ultrasounds every week. They are doing a, what they call a cervical measurement every week, and then every other week they measure how big the baby is. So this past appointment, what they did was they just did the cervical length. Last week they did both. So he's measuring right on schedule. He is exactly as big as he needs to be. The last time they did the cervical length though, it had actually gotten shorter. So they don't want your cervix to be any smaller than 1.5. That's kind of like the cutoff before they start to get a little concerned. When they first started measuring mine, it was like 4.4, 4.3. And then this last time they measured it, it was 3.2. So if it reaches close to 1.5, they're going to go ahead and give me steroids just to bulk baby up a little bit in case he needs to be born early. As of right now, everything's fine. I haven't had to have anything as far as any sort of labor stopping medication, steroids, anything like that. I've just had the normal RhoGAM shot because of my blood type. That's why they're checking that every week, just to make sure that it doesn't get any shorter, basically. I'm still having contractions. They're mostly at night. They're mostly when I'm laying down. And they've gotten to the point where they are very strong. They're like, it would be hard to do anything through them. You know, like if I was up, if I'm doing something and one happens, I guess I have to stop. I can't keep going through them. So that's been kind of a, I don't know, kind of a bummer. But I'm happy to know that it hasn't really changed much of anything. It's changed it a little bit, but not, you know, a crazy amount. So, and baby's still doing well. He's still moving. He's still excited. He's actually turned. So up until 2 weeks ago, he was breech. And then 2 weeks ago, we found, or last week, we found out that he had flipped. So now he's head down. He's where he needs to be. It's interesting though to tell the difference between a breech baby and a baby who's head down, because when they're breech, they're not putting as much pressure on everything. I've noticed at least. So now that he's head down, I have to use the bathroom constantly. My hips hurt all the time. I just feel bigger, like he's just sitting in a different position. So now I just feel different. I feel different. When he was breech, it was kind of like, okay, well, he's just sitting there. It's not like he's putting any pressure on any particular part of your body. He's just taking up space. Now his legs are up in my ribs, or his feet are up in my ribs, his head is down by my hips. It's just like everything is just kind of, I don't know, changing. Another thing that you might notice from this video, and I will try to adjust the lighting so you can't tell, but I have been a awful, horrible, sweaty mess. Oh my gosh, I can't wear makeup anymore. Like, I wear eye stuff and that's fine, but my skin has been terrible, you guys. It is just, if I put anything on it, it turns bright red instantly. I get really clammy and really hot, and just nothing stays on. So also I'm breaking out everywhere. It's like this crazy, I feel like I'm a teenager again kind of stage. I get really bad night sweats, hot flashes, just all kinds of things. My poor husband. I've had to sleep on the couch. I had to sleep on the couch last night because it was so hot upstairs I could not even handle it. The heat of him being next to me, and the blankets, and the fact that we live in a townhouse so the heat rises. The house is set at 65 degrees. Like, it's cold. It should be cold. But I am like, oh my gosh, I am so hot all the time. And I was like that when I was pregnant with Alec as well. You just kind of burn up from the inside out. And so sometimes it's fine. Sometimes it really doesn't bother me as much. Some days I'll come downstairs and be like, wow, it's really cold in this house. And not 10 minutes later, it's like, why is it so hot in here, you know? So, poor Tyler's had to put up with a lot. He's been a good trooper though. But, anyway, back to other stuff. I'm still in bed rest. I have been doing more than I should be doing just because things need to get done. Especially when you have a 3-year-old, it's not like you can just sit down and not do anything all day long. So I have been doing laundry, doing dishes, making dinner, things like that, but I've been careful to sit down between chores, and if I can, I'll bring a chair to wherever I am or whatever. I have noticed though that this past week I have felt a lot dizzier. I have felt a lot of just lightheadedness and kind of like that feeling when your heart rate isn't quite right, your blood pressure and your heart rate and all that is just kind of messed up. You get real tingly and just short of breath and whatever. That's kind of how things are. So I'm just trying to continue drinking a ton of water and eating at a fairly regular pace. I have been starving constantly, basically. The moment I start eating, I cannot stop. And this is really the first week that that's happened. Before, it was kind of like I'd have to force myself to eat because I really wasn't hungry for anything. Nothing sounded good. And now the problem is that specific things sound really good, but it's never what we have in the house. So I will be like in the middle of the night going, man, I really want pizza, and we don't have pizza, and I'm not gonna have Tyler go out and get pizza. So I don't know, that's what's been kind of tricky about that. Chex Mix has been my best friend. Chex Mix and then just cereal like Cinnamon Life I've really liked. Trying to think of what else is on my fridge. Yeah, pretty much Cinnamon Life has been it, and Chex Mix. Chex Mix gives me the worst heartburn in the world, you guys. I can have a handful of Chex Mix and just sit down for a moment, and instantly it's like my organs are burning. It's, oh my gosh, it is the worst feeling. And that's the only thing that I found that does that. So, unfortunately, I mean, what am I gonna do? So, I'm still eating it, but usually I'll have like a glass of milk with it, or I'll be sure to have some water with me or whatever, and water seems to help a little bit. I haven't taken anything for the heartburn. Usually it goes away within an hour or so, so it's not like, I don't know, it's not like it's unbearable for too long, but as long as I keep drinking, I can kind of talk myself into like, okay, this is all right, no big deal. It's not that bad, you know. I have also been craving turkey, like a Thanksgiving dinner. So turkey and stuffing and cranberry sauce and mashed potatoes and all of that just sounds like heaven. It sounds like the most amazing thing in the world. I don't want to cook a whole turkey, and I will probably eventually end up going somewhere to get this, like Cracker Barrel or somewhere that actually does this on a weekly basis, just to kind of get it out of my system because it has been bugging me for at least a week now. So those have been my cravings. Like I said, I can usually get away with just eating cereal or Chex Mix to get rid of that, like, oh my gosh, I have to eat something. Also, I have been eating a lot of fruit, so not so much apples as lately, but I have been eating a lot of pears, a lot of peaches. Luckily, everything is in season now, so not so much with the pears, but the peaches have been in season, so that's been kind of fun. Pears, kind of. So that's been nice to be able to just do that, especially when I get a real sugary craving. I don't feel like I have to eat candy or something. I can actually eat a pear and it'll go away, which is really nice. So that's been fun. We've had a lot of help with my mom. My mom's been coming by to help out with Alec, and she's made us dinners, and we've gone to her house and hung out and just kind of relaxed a little bit. It was a nice little vacation. So that's been really good. It's nice to have those distractions, you know, especially when you feel like you're the size of a house and you can't breathe and you're just dizzy all the time and starving. It's fun to be able to get out of your own environment. So that's been really great. There hasn't really been many aversions, although I did make chicken and dumplings the other day in the crock pot, and the texture of everything just was too much. So I'm thinking now it's more textural than actually like flavor of food. Anything that doesn't have a solid crunch, it's hard. So it's been difficult to find food that has the crunch that isn't bad for you, other than fruits and vegetables. So I'm hoping to be able to figure that out. If you guys have any suggestions on what I can eat that isn't mushy, please send them along because I would really appreciate it. Kind of at a dead end, and I'm only at 29 weeks, so I have a little bit more time to go. I go back to the doctor on Monday now, not tomorrow, but next Monday, so in a week, I'm actually going to meet my doctor. I have been seeing the nurse practitioner and a couple of other people before now, and so this next time I'm actually going to meet the doctor, and so that'll be nice to be able to meet her and kind of talk to her a little bit. I think at some point we're going to go and do the official hospital tour, so that'll be fun. I need to figure out if they allow filming. If they don't, we may be sneaky. But if they do, we're gonna see what we can do as far as filming when he's born. So I'm also still trying to figure out how to announce the name. I may just wait until he's born. I don't know for sure. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think I should tell you guys now? Should I wait? Should I care? Like, I don't really feel like it's that big of a deal. It's a bigger deal in the vlogs because Alec and Tyler say his name all the time. So I have to go in and edit all of his names out, you know? I should make one video at the end of like all of his names. But I don't know. Does it really make that big of a difference? Let me know. Also, our swing came in yesterday, so he now has a swing. We have hit a lot of clothes, or not a lot, but we have clothes for him. We have his baby blanket that my grandma made for him. My grandma, Oma, made a blanket for Alec when he was born, before he was born, and he is glued to this thing. Like, if you watch any of our vlogs, you will see that blanket in at least one clip of every vlog. So, Oma offered to make the new baby a blanket, and it is the sweetest thing. Oh my gosh. So I showed it in my vlog channel. Maybe next week for the update I will do like a mini haul, you know, so I'll show you that next week. And we have his car seat and his boppy. I've ordered some swaddling blankets and a soother because when Alec was a baby, he loved that seahorse soother thing, that Fisher-Price seahorse. You push its stomach and it lights up and it sings. Well, apparently now there's a fire hazard or something, so we can't, anyway, we had to find a different soother. Also, that poor seahorse had been in Alec's mouth and who knows where else, so we've just decided new baby deserves a new soother. So we got one of those from Cloud Bee, and it's a little lamb, I think. So that's on its way. So when it gets here, I'll show you all that stuff. The swing is at my mom's house, so I may just have to link like an Amazon link or something to it, but we'll figure that out. And yeah, so things are starting to come together. Huh, finally, it's kind of all just happened all at once. So, all right, you guys. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and end with a belly shot, and I hope you guys had a great week. I hope you have a great week, and I will see you next time. Bye. Also, please excuse my pants. Well, don't excuse my pants. I really like them. They're my favorites. They're not maternity, but they are awesome, and I want 5 million more of these. And I got them at Target, and they were on clearance for like $10. So, yay, Target.